Show.
Muy buenos días, compañeros. Un gran gusto saludarles. Hoy por la mañana son exactamente las 7:03 y hoy es martes, el 20 de febrero. Buenos días, compañeros. Muy buenos días y bienvenidos al Sugar City Morning Show. Como siempre, compañeros, enviando un atento saludo a todas las personas que se unen a esta transmisión. Bien, estás viendo por televisión o nos escuchas por la radio. Muy buenos días y aquí enviándoles los más atentos y cordiales saludos. Compañeros, como siempre, vamos a empezar nuestro programa con una oración, pero antes quisiera nada más ponerle una charla, un preámbulo, por decir. Pasamos mucho de nuestra vida insistiendo y tratando de cambiar a otras personas en nuestras vidas. Y pensando que nosotros sabemos mejor y que aquella persona no sabe tanto como nosotros, y por eso es que le tratamos de imponer nuestra forma de ser sobre otras personas. Y no nos damos cuenta de que muchas veces, que la gran mayoría de veces no podemos cambiar a nadie. Y no solo estamos perdiendo nuestro tiempo y que solo estamos causando problemas. La persona que debe cambiar soy yo, eres tú. A tratar de cambiar y aceptar a esa persona tal y como es. Esa persona va a cambiar por su propia decisión. Tú lo puedes ayudar, tú lo puedes ayudar ayudar que se dé cuenta que debe cambiar, pero cambiar, esa persona lo tendrá que hacer él o ella solo. Por eso es que me gusta mucho esta oración que dice: Señor, concédeme serenidad para aceptar las cosas que no puedo cambiar. Valor para cambiar las cosas que sí puedo cambiar. Pero Señor, te pido que nos des sabiduría para poder discernir la diferencia entre lo que puedo cambiar y lo que no puedo cambiar. Padre, te doy las gracias por todas tus bendiciones. Te pido, Padre, que nos des serenidad, valor y sobre todo sabiduría, para que podamos crecer emocionalmente y no quedar inmersado en nuestro egoísmo, que es lo que nos está matando. Pero por la gran mayoría de veces no nos damos cuenta de eso. Y pensamos que todo está perfectamente bien. Y eso es un problema. Cuando ni nosotros mismos podemos aceptar que estamos mal. Padre, perdónanos, ayúdanos todos y permítanos crecer el día de hoy. Crecer emocionalmente, espiritualmente, para poder lograr ser mejores personas. Padre, te bendecimos, te adoramos y te glorificamos siempre. Amén. Muy buenos días, compañeros. Son las 7:07. Vamos a hablar en inglés ahora. Good morning. Welcome to the Sugar City Morning Show. We're transmitting live from Norte Visión, Channel 10, here in the outskirts of Orange Walktown, to be exact, on San Lorenzo Road in Trial Farm, and it is a pleasure to greet you. This is the general weather forecast for today, Tuesday, February 20th. And the general situation is described as gusty southeasterly airflow prevailing. What does that mean? The 24-hour forecast means sunny with cloudy spells today and cloudy at times tonight. A few showers will affect mainly the north today, then most areas tonight. The winds blowing from the east-southeast at 10 to 20 knots and becoming gusty. The sea state moderate to rough, and that is the reason why there is a small craft caution in effect at the moment. The temperatures along the coast, 84 degrees Fahrenheit as a high, 76 degrees Fahrenheit as a low. Inland, we're going all the way up to 88 degrees Fahrenheit and as a high, and 70 degrees Fahrenheit as a low. And in the hills, a high of 77 degrees and a low of 63 degrees Fahrenheit. A lot of people must be wondering, where is the cold? Is it finished yet? I don't know, but I don't think so. The outlook for Wednesday and the Wednesday night is for a few showers to affect most areas of the country. A low tide occurred this morning, a short while ago at 6:44. A high tide will be occurring this afternoon at 1 o'clock this exact. A second low tide at 7:24 this evening, and the second high tide at 26 minutes before 2 tomorrow morning. The sun rose this morning at 4 minutes before 6, and the sun will rose this morning at 6:16, I apologize, and the sun sets today at 4 minutes before 6. Pretty much the same manner, the moon will rise at 9:34 this morning, and the moon sets at 16 minutes after 10 tonight. Ahora, el reporte del estado del tiempo para la gente de habla hispana. Ante todo, atentos saludos a todos. La situación general puesta como un flujo de aire proveniente del sureste bastante fuerte está predominando y controlando nuestro clima aquí en Belice. A propósito, ayer por la tarde llovió en distintas ocasiones y después de la lluvia, antes de la lluvia, perdón, estaba bastante caliente y hasta sofocante. Pero ya luego de la lluvia, estoy seguro que se van a unir conmigo en decir que quedó bastante fresca la tarde y pues calmó un poco de ese calor que había. Sin embargo, hoy, compañeros, estará soleado, con periodos de nubosidad durante el curso del día, nublado por momentos por la noche. Vamos a tener algunos chubascos afectando particularmente la porción norte del país hoy durante el día y luego esparciéndose y cubriendo la gran porción del país hoy por la noche. Así que empezamos aquí en el norte y luego continuamos con todo el país hoy por la noche. No quiere decir que vaya a llover continuamente todo el día, pero dice que vamos a ver algunos chubascos. Los vientos del este y del sudeste de 10 a 20 nudos con ráfagas más fuertes. El estado del mar moderado a súper agitado. Por eso hay una nota de cautela para aquellas pequeñas embarcaciones. Por favor, tomar máximo cuidado. Es muy importante de ejercer máximo cuidado cuando estás en el mar y en particular cuando tengas pasajeros. Ya luego entonces no solo es tu vida que cuidas, sino la vida de los demás. Temperaturas, compañeros, por la costa, 84 grados como una máxima, 76 como una mínima. En el interior del país, 88 como una máxima y 70 grados como una mínima. Ya se dan cuenta de que por la costa es menos la temperatura máxima, pero también menos en el interior es menor la temperatura mínima. Obviamente eso se explica porque no tenemos el efecto estabilizador del mar. El mar juega una parte muy importante porque estabiliza las temperaturas en las áreas costeras, pero ya en el interior del país ya luego no tiene tanto efecto. Por las colinas una máxima de 77 grados y una mínima de 63 grados. Se espera que mañana miércoles por la noche veamos algunos chubascos y estos estarán afectando la gran porción, la mayoría del país de Belice. Una marea baja hoy por la mañana sucedió a las 6:44, una marea alta a la 1 por la tarde. Luego entonces, compañeros, una segunda marea baja a las 7:24 por la noche y una segunda marea alta a la 1:34, pero eso es hasta mañana por la mañana, por la madrugada, por decir. El sol salió hoy a las 6:16 y se oculta a las 6:04. De igual forma, la luna sale hoy a las 9:34 por la mañana, o entre poco, y se ocultará a las 10:16 hoy por la noche. Muchas gracias, Francisca Wellington, por esta información que has puesto en el sitio web de Belize Weather Service. Veo y reconozco que has estado en tu lugar desde muy temprano, las 5:30, y te envío saludos muy atentos y a aquellas personas de Orange Rock que trabajan en Med Service. Un atento saludo a todos, y también quiero a este punto darle las gracias como siempre, compañeros, como siempre, a aquellas personas que han estado fielmente contribuyendo a este show y pasando este reporte del estado del tiempo. Estamos hablando, les pido disculpas, estamos hablando de el honorable Gaspar Vega. También hablamos del señor German Vega, la señora Karen Vega, y también del señor Eduardo Vega de El Benque. También estamos hablando de nuestros patrocinadores, el Government of Belize Information Service, the United Democratic Party, también a Belize Marketing and Development Corporation y algunas otras instituciones. Compañeros, eso es el reporte del estado del tiempo. Hoy, ¿qué te digo? Hoy es muy probable que veamos chubascos aquí en el norte, varios chubascos, pero va a estar algo lluvioso hoy por la noche. Así que, ¿qué podemos hacer? Hay que aceptar eso y trabajar alrededor de esto. Si es que estás cumpliendo años hoy, y todas las personas que cumplen años hoy, les envío un atento saludo, muchas felicidades, y si estás celebrando aniversarios, también te envío todo lo mejor. Compañeros, a este punto me es grato. Vamos a tener una llamada de nuestra gran amiga Delvi, que ha estado llamándonos por mucho tiempo y contribuyendo un poema para tratar de levantar nuestros espíritus. Good morning, Delvi.
Hello, good morning, Mr. Emmanuel.
¿Cómo estás, corazón? How are you doing?
Bien, aquí estoy bien, ¿y usted?
Muy bien también, gracias a Dios. Un bonito día hoy por la mañana, pero lo que entiendo va a terminar siendo bastante lluvioso hoy por la noche. ¿Cómo está el clima en San Pedro?
Pues ahorita ya se salió el sol.
Pues igualmente aquí.
It's windy this morning, it's nice and clear.
Ajá.
It's windy this morning, yes, and the sun is out at the moment. Very beautiful on the island today.
Yes. I would like to, again, at this point, congratulate you, because you have been, over the course of a long time, I wouldn't venture to say how long, but almost 2 years, that you have been calling faithfully and inspiring us with your writings, with your poems. I'd like to tell you at this moment that we we appreciate that. We really appreciate both the commitment that you have with us, and also we appreciate incredibly the content of your poems.
Well, thank you. So it's God's work. The God's
I do understand
yes,
that you do that because you feel that you should do it.
Yes.
What do you
that
have for us
me
today?
With these words, so I just glad that I get the opportunity to share them through you guys. So
certainly.
I am thankful as well.
Go ahead, Delvi.
Okay. This one that I have is entitled "He's Unchangeable."
He is unchangeable. Okay.
Yes, God is unchangeable. We came and found the world a certain way. Everyone chooses to dance to his own tune, not worrying about tomorrow, for all they know is today. We found sin, we found destruction, we found damage, we found hurt. But to live a life defeated does not do justice to Jesus' birth. Everyone is stuck in their ways. Nobody feels the need to change. To hear the word "I love you" to some people feels strange, as they have been hurt by so many, even those that are very close. But the Lord is the author and finisher of all things said and done. Why then do we look only in front of our nose? For years there have been killing. For years they have been crime. For years we have heard that coming very soon is the Lord's time. But it hasn't happened yet. Maybe it won't happen again. When you die, that's when your world will end. Like a thief in the night will be the coming of the Lord's reign. Not to scare or to frighten anyone, but who then are we if even the Lord felt pain? When do we reach that point when we realize that all we have is the moment, thanks to his grace? Amidst all the darkness, the Lord still shows his face. If we look beyond social controversies, religion, financial status and race, for the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, he still remains the same. Now communities, personalities, families, jobs, homes, even life may change, but the Lord was, then, now is, and forever remains the same.
Thank you very much, Delvi. I like this. I think that a lot of us fail to understand that our Lord, our God, will forever love us and never falter, and he will forever be willing to pardon us, and that does not change. He is unchangeable. In other words, his love for us is constant and unchangeable. And many times we feel as if he has abandoned us, and it's just our plain old egoism and our lack of vision, or sometimes our lack of faith, that does not permit us to understand that he is there with us regardless. But many times we feel as if he has abandoned us, and that is the farthest thing from the truth. Of course, everything is relative to your faith, but my faith says that God is the most powerful force in my life.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you, Delvi. Thank you very much.
Thank you. So, have a great day, Mr.
You too have a fantastic day. Thank you. Okay. Thank you, Delvi.
Thank you.
Bye-bye now. Ladies and gentlemen, it is 22 minutes after 7 o'clock. We quickly go on a break. We will be having guests today. And just a quick reminder that tomorrow, Wednesday, is the big Nomination Day Parade beginning on Liberty Avenue. And if you need shirts, if you need any assistance, please feel free to get in contact with one of the candidates or one of the committee members. I'd like at this point to say it's 23 minutes after 7 o'clock, and we'll be right back after these messages. We'll be right back.
Change is coming for the love of Orange Walk Town. On March 7, we coming early morning to vote for Google leadership. Philip De La Fuente and his 6 winning councillors. Vote UDP 7.
The Great United Democratic Party calls all its supporters and friends in Orange Walk Town to be a part of history as we march to victory. On Wednesday, 21st February, let's all congregate at the Orange Walk East UDP political office on Liberty Avenue at 1 p.m. and paint this town red as we accompany our candidates to the Treasury building to be nominated to represent us in our town council. Put on your red shirts, bring your red flags, and join the UDP family on Wednesday, February 21st at 1 p.m. in front of the UDP office on Liberty Avenue. Forward onto victory.
We're gonna win, we're gonna win, we're gonna win with UDP 7. We're gonna win.
The sunny days are here, and whether it's for a picnic or in your kitchen, you need the meat. Gillette's Meat Shop proudly offers a variety of juicy cuts such as processed meats, ham, bacon, salami, longanisa, and sugar cure ham, just to mention a few. Enjoy our meats in beef, pork, and mutton. So for that healthy cut your family enjoys, visit us at number 18 San Antonio Road in Orange Walk from Monday to Friday, 7 a.m. to 12 p.m. and 1:30 p.m. to 6 p.m. Saturdays, 7 a.m. to 12:30 and 3 to 5 p.m. Sundays, 8 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. Place your orders at 322-3486 or 322-2175 or even 610-4061. Send us an email at derekgillett31@gmail.com. Gillette's Meat Shop, fresh and processed meats.
Ay, qué rico.
6 cylinders to pure potential and better performance.
It looks like it vibrates. You think it could be the horsepower?
With a quart of oil and the calibration of the injectors, it will start to get the washers again on the street.
We take a motor to its optimal level. We speak machine, Rush France, making the world function. Authorized agent, German Vega & Sons. Telephone number 322-3625. Email germanvega@btl.net.
Give me the real milk, the number 1 milk, Dano milk, then of Dano milk. You can whip it cream for Dano milk, it is real, yes, Dano milk, then of Dano milk. All over Cayo and in San Pedro, Dano milk, then of Dano milk. Dano milk in the morning, Dano milk in the evening, Dano milk. Give me Dano milk. Up north in Corozal, supermarket and them all. Dano milk, then of Dano milk. All over this land and in Belmopan, yes, Dano milk. Give me Dano milk. Say in Dangriga, down south in PG, Dano milk, then of Dano milk. You can hear this talk, cause it's in Orange Walk, yeah, Dano milk. I love Dano milk. Dano milk powder, probably the best milk powder in the world. Dano.
We will build a better and more beautiful Orange Walk town.
A better Orange Walk for our children and our children's children.
An Orange Walk, where our residents can enjoy good and clean streets, drains, and parks.
An Orange Walk where tourism will complement our sugar industry.
An Orange Walk that will provide more job opportunities for its residents.
A developed Orange Walk that will be the pride of all Norteños.
For real development and the Orange Walk we all wish to see, your UDP 7 is here to make that change for progress.
Welcome back to the Sugar City Morning Show. Bienvenidos de vuelta, compañeros, al Sugar City Morning Show. Son exactamente las 7:28. Ojalá y tu día se esté desenvolviendo en la forma que tú quieras y que sea de tu agrado. Compañeros, es un gran gusto darle la bienvenida a esta mañana inmediatamente a mi izquierda al doctor Homero Novelo. Doctor, buenos días.
Mucho gusto,
Buenos días. Y a mi extremo izquierdo al señor Rubén Campos. Señor Rubén Campos, siempre
buenos días,
un gran gusto.
Buenos días, Doc.
Tenerte
Buenos días.
aquí.
Buenos días. Buenos días. Good morning,
Y contar
everybody.
con el input que nos das para el show. El tema que pervade para el día de hoy es invitar a toda la gente que sea parte de este gran movimiento, la nominación mañana miércoles, empezando a la 1 de la tarde. Así es.
Así es, Emanuel. Mañana es día de nominación nacionalmente en todos los municipios. Es desde las 9 de la mañana hasta las 4 de la tarde, pero los candidatos del partido UDP Countrywide van a ir a la nominación después de mediodía. Aquí en Orange Walk nos vamos a reunir a la 1 de la tarde en la oficina UDP en Liberty Avenue. Ahí vamos a organizarnos y vamos a acompañar a Philip de la Fuente y su equipo hacia la tesorería para poder registrarse oficialmente para ser los candidatos oficiales del UDP. So tomorrow is the official nomination, the countrywide for the municipal elections. The United Democratic Party will be going for the nomination in the afternoon after midday. Here in Orange Walk, the nomination will be at, we are gathering at 1 o'clock on Liberty Avenue in front of the UDP office. And from there, we will escort and accompany Philip de la Fuente and the UDP candidates to the Treasury, where they will be officially nominated, and thereafter they will be the official candidates of the United Democratic Party to participate in the municipal elections on March 7th. So we want to invite everybody to come out and be part of this activity that represents part of our democracy. No, it's a tradition where we accompany our candidates to the place of nomination. On this occasion, it's the Treasury. And it's going to be an exciting day. Both political parties get together to do their programs.
Can you just quickly explain to the public what exactly happens during nomination day?
During nomination day, prior to reaching to the Treasury tomorrow, first of all persons who are interested to participate must go to the Treasury and pay a fee, which is for town councils, $25, for city council, $50. So at this point, all 7 candidates of the UDP in Orange Walk have deposited their $25.
Is it refundable?
Yes, but if you must get over 10% of the total votes cast. So if 300 people vote, you must get at least 30 votes. If not, your money is lost. If you get 31, you can get your refund. Okay, so now the process is when you go to be nominated tomorrow, they present the receipt to the returning officer, and then the returning officer will look at your application, which is the nomination form. On the nomination form, it will have for participation in which town. You'll fill in Orange Walk town, and the name of the person being nominated, your full name, your address, your date of birth, and your occupation. That's on the first side. And then it will have a line where the candidate being nominated will sign your name, affix your signature. Below that will be your registration number to ensure that you're registered on the voters list. And then after that, it will have a line where you will sign to say that you consent to the nomination.
I want to ask you a question.
But below that, you will have 2 other lines for those nominating you. Their names must be typed, and then they must sign And below that, they must also have their registration. To be a nominator, you must also be a registered voter. And after you have that, there's like the back or the second page that will indicate to you how do you want your name to appear on the ballot. For example, you would have Yara Cal Vieda. You will have Armando Chile Osher or Evan Coulibaly Williams.
You make the choice as to how that will appear?
Yes. That is how you want the people to see the ballot, because
to recognize.
Yes, because some people might say, well, okay, RC1, Negrito, but they don't know my name, so I will put Ruben Campos, aka RC1. So when I say, oh, I know RC1, because the ballot is an indication to have the voter get to know, well, who he or she is voting for. So it's how they know you. You know, not everybody knows your real name.
I understand.
You know, some call you Emmanuel, some call you Eduardo, and you know, some call me Negrito, RC1. You call me Ruben, and you know, we call him Duck. You know, so you are known, and that is what is called your AKA. And so on the form that is included. So you must also fill that out. And then
have there ever been situations, and this is just quick little chat here before we go into the meat of things, has there ever been, God forbid, a situation where problems have occurred during nomination day where the person who's supposed to be nominated can't be nominated because apparently, well, the name is not spelled right, or the person, something has happened, has passed away? Or?
There have been cases where people have gone to be nominated, and again, to be nominated, you must present your receipt. There have been people who are going to almost 0 hour and they forget to carry the receipt. So without the receipt, they cannot accept your application or your nomination form. So there have been a couple of circumstances like that, but in modern times with technology, grateful you could take your picture and then you go and show the officer, well, here is the WhatsApp, here's the picture, the receipt, everything, and so. And then that is cross-checked with the Treasury because there is a duplicate of that receipt being paid. So that can be verified. But the law says that you must take your receipt with you. So there have been, and not only for municipal elections, but for general elections, we've had close calls, extremely close calls.
I asked you the question because I think I remember once that somebody had forgotten to take the receipt.
Yes,
and,
yes.
And I don't know how that can happen, but
well, those are moments when creativity, ingenuity, and thoughtfulness and patience come into effect, because then you must decide, what do we do now? What do we do now? No, fortunately, if you are being nominated, say, at the Treasury, and at 4 o'clock the Treasury Department is closed, you know. So you cannot verify. But what happens now is that after a certain time, the Treasury is closed, and then the department is still open, but they are checking to see the returns of the day. So while they are checking, I assume legally free, if the office is open, then whatever activity is there until 5 o'clock is active public service. So you have the opportunity to say, can you check the duplicate? Okay? The cashier department may be closed, but then the book with the receipts should certify if indeed you did pay. But then you have to be sure. But in our situations like today, the receipts are paid, you make duplicates, you know, just to ensure, and you have one, I have one, you have, so that to ensure that these things don't happen. And you usually have a caretaker who deals with the nomination forms and the receipts, who goes and waits and says, well, you know, one by one, this is where we go, and ensures that things are in order.
You seem to be quite informed, Ruben, and I imagine that you were the one who is managing all of that, all of those logistics, all of that transaction. And I'd like at this moment to congratulate you. But before we go on, I'd like to, mañana es el día.
Sí, gran día mañana.
Mañana es el gran día de nominaciones y aquí estamos invitándoles, compañeros, a ser parte de estas nominaciones mañana, este desfile, este gran movimiento donde es muy importante que cada persona que apoya el partido UDP que vaya a demostrar su apoyo para el partido UDP, ¿ok? Aquí estoy seguro que vamos a tener pero fuertes cantidades de personas representando Orange Walk, en particular del este, del centro y de la porción norte de Otro Benque. A la 1 de la tarde se les pide estar todos ahí, así que tan pronto terminen, compañeros, de dar, compañeros y compañeras, de dar almuerzo. No, algunas personas dicen, ni voy a lavar trastes hoy, voy a dejarlo todo porque tengo que ir a apoyar mi partido para las nominaciones. Es muy importante, compañeros, y personas estarán preguntando, bueno, ¿y por qué tengo que ir al desfile Bueno, te voy a ser muy honesto, es muy importante que todos vayamos a demostrar nuestro apoyo para nuestro partido. Y más gente va, pues mejor nos sentimos. Mucho mejor nos sentimos todos para poder... si es que alguien necesita, Rubén, alguna ayuda, alguna t-shirt, ¿qué deben de hacer?
Bueno, chequear que en el UDP office allá en Liberty Avenue. That's the command center. UDP office, Liberty Avenue. Ahí es donde vas a chequear para...
Ahí es donde puedes conseguir tus t-shirts y puedes conseguir...
todo el manifiesto y cualquier información. Unos quieren chequear si su nombre está en la lista. Es tiempo de solidaridad, para decir con la comunidad, porque hay 12,401 votantes y de eso...
Repite eso, 12,401
votantes. 12,401 voters registered, pero no todos van a participar. Hay unos que están en los Estados Unidos, unos están en Canadá, unos están allá. Los que están en los Estados Unidos y no tienen su green card, ellos tienen que tomar una decisión muy fuerte, porque si vienen no van a poder regresar con su plan de Trump, ¿entiendes?
Pero hay que mencionar algo, que Orange Walk tiene el highest voter turnout en historia. La vez pasada hubo 68% de turnout. El más bajo fue Ciudad Belice con 45%. Entonces, quiere decir que la gente sí sale a participar en estas cosas. Y qué bueno que salgan, porque la verdad pues, es una decisión para el futuro de la municipalidad.
No, y regresando para mañana, habías hecho la pregunta, Emanuel, ¿por qué salir mañana? Bueno, es un día, como dicen, familiar, es parte del programa de ¿cómo para ponerlo? Igual que se ponen las banderas para indicar que va a venir una elección, es tiempo para reunir a tus votantes, tus simpatizantes, tus amigos, tu familia que te viene a apoyar, te acompañan. It's a family thing where people they want to feel part of the movement. No? So they come out and they want to be seen.
It's a primer.
Yes, it's a primer. They want to wave their red flag. You know, if you got a red flag, a UDP flag, a red shirt, red t-shirt, no quiero decir como el tiempo de May they rest in peace. Miss Chepa, Miss Chicha, and please, everything we read. Everything we read. No, eran así, y la fuerza de las mujeres son muy importantes. Así queremos también invitar a todas las mujeres que salgan también con su traje rojo. Estamos en el mes de febrero, the month of love, the month of red. So if you're not red, you can't love. Así que hay muchas... es un tiempo de celebrar con todos que van a participar. ¿Okay? Así que...
pues, Rubén, muchas gracias por eso. Vamos a tomar una pausa, compañeros, y estaremos de vuelta con ustedes tan pronto sus anuncios, cuando son las 7:42. Buenos días. Ojalá y esos huevitos y esos frijolitos
y tortitas
y las tortitas te caigan bien, y el habanerito, el chilito, ok, que la goces, que tengas un buen desayuno, provecho. Vamos a tomar esta pausa, estaremos de vuelta con ustedes tan pronto sus anuncios.
Need to go across the border to enjoy sun, sand, and crystal blue waters? Belize's northern islands and reef are just a boat ride away. Go slow and immerse yourself into the Caribbean Sea or enjoy some fresh coconut water. Or pick up the pace on an island where locals can enjoy sandy beaches by day and feast on your fresh catch by night. Discover the Mesoamerican Barrier Reef and submerge yourself into another world where you can experience a traffic jam you will want to return. You can also make new friends along the way. Belize, where you can discover how to be a Belizean traveler.
Everybody wants a clean and healthy family. That's why they purchase the best food products and the cleansing materials. This time, we give you a bigger size of La Costeña products like the mouth-watering fried beans and the pasta sauce. And surely for your clean laundry, we have the breathtaking aroma of Ensueño Max Suavitel. Even your visitors will ask what you clean your floors and restrooms with. And you can boast it is the variety of Pinol products and Sultan muriatic acid now in 900 milliliters. And much more for the best prices only at German Vega and Sons Imports. We serve you at number 5 San Antonio Road, Orange Walk Town. You can even call us at 322-3625 or 322-2672. Or you can even send us a fax at 322-2571 or email us at germanvega@btl.net. German Vega and Sons Limited, because we care for you.
Están todos cordialmente invitados a participar en la nominación de nuestros candidatos este 21 de febrero a la 1 de la tarde, en frente de la oficina del Partido Unido Democrático, en la calle Libertad. Venga a ser parte de la historia y restauremos nuestro municipio. Cambio para el progreso. Adelante con los 7 candidatos del Partido Unido Democrático.
Freshly extracted local honey, perfect for today's dessert. And these locally produced onions, they are just the right size for my popular onion rings and hamburgers. And these cuts of sheep lamb, also grown locally, are just perfect for my succulent barbecue. When I think about my family's health, I buy local products first. After all, they are fresh and healthier. And if you do the same, you're shaping a brighter future for your community, your family, and yourself, as local spending circles back to you. Remember, when you buy local products, you are building a better Belize. This message is proudly sponsored by the Food and Agriculture Organization, European Union, Ministry of Agriculture, and Belize Marketing and Development Corporation.
Notice to residents of rural communities in Orange Walk and Corozal districts. If you value your health and your children's health, you will dispose of your garbage only at approved sites. The disposal of garbage at any other location is illegal, and if caught, you can be fined up to $5,000. If you don't get caught, you can still suffer health impacts caused by these illegal sites, because illegal dump sites harbor pests such as rodents, possums, and mosquitoes that carry diseases. These can transmit those diseases to you and your children. In addition, the garbage you throw away illegally can contaminate water bodies near your community. The same water bodies you might use for recreation or other purposes. Only with your help can the Department of Environment ensure that Belize's development is safe for present and future generations. You can also contact your local village councils or Belize Solid Waste Management Authority for more information. The Department of Environment thanks you for your help.
Bienvenidos de vuelta, compañeros, al Sugar City Morning Show. Welcome back to the Sugar City Morning Show. It is exactly 7:48, 12 minutes before 8 o'clock. As I mentioned a while ago, it is a pleasure to have immediately to my left Dr. Homero Novello and Mr. Ruben Campos here with us. And we're talking on nominations tomorrow. Ladies and gentlemen, the elections, the municipal elections, will be coming up very shortly. We are on the 20th day of February, Ruben.
Time flies.
8 plus 6 is 14 days.
Yes.
In scarcely 2 weeks, we will be smack in the thick of things. And there was a time when, and I'll be straight up,
Salud.
apologize.
Salud, salud. It's the weather, it's a climatic.
There was a time when people used to say, the UDP no one will. And then now there is a time, there is this time, ladies and gentlemen, when the general consensus is that the UDP will easily win the town council elections here in Orange Walk Town. Because one, of the caliber of people that we're putting up. Secondly, because the people are coming to understand that one, the present town council, and if you elect the PUP town council, it's just going to be a little branch of the Bresenio clan. And thirdly, it is so much better to work with a municipal government that is friendly with a central government.
Nevertheless, excuse me.
Go ahead, Dan.
In my opinion, I think this election and these municipal elections throughout the length and breadth of Belize is an election not only for the town council, but it's an election for the PUP party leader. If he does not make anything here, then I think his head will be on the chopping block. So, ladies and gentlemen, while it is very important for us to have great leaders in Orange Walk and the North, the leader that we have has a very long tail. Reason why many a times people might wonder why is it that we are so adamant about his leadership is because we know what he has done to this country. We know what he's been part of. And we know that this election is about him. Not really about much of the councillors, because the councillors on the UDP side are immaculate. His councillors are, just followers. They are like slaves to him. They are like puppets to him. And this is something that is insulting the intelligence of Orange Walk. Really, this is not something that we must tolerate. However, $100 a month or $100 on election day is what has kept him there. Really, because he has not done much for his area, for his division. Like I mentioned, there are a lot of things that he committed while he was Deputy Prime Minister. And if he wants to look at his record, then he forgot he came from Central. I think he mingled too much with the big boys in Belize City that he forgot his area. Because Central, having a Deputy Prime Minister for 10 years still has streets that are in very need of repairs. Streets without drains, streets, dilapidated. In fact, even George Price Avenue was forgotten. Somebody went out of his heart and painted George Price there, which really doesn't look like the man. An insult to injury. So, coming back and say, what is it that has happened to Central? I think he can't continue buying these people. Because maybe the money that he needs to invest in infrastructure and perhaps investing in the human resource there, he's giving it to them as giving a fish to the people instead of teaching them how to fish. Belizeans generally would look at leaders and would perhaps not have much idea about Johnny Bresenio. But I tell you what, we live here in the same town. We talk to him. We see him every day or see him some days. But at the same time, we know what he has gone through, what he has done. The Musa and Ralph Fonseca era, those 10 years that the PUP was in power, devastated a lot of hearts in this country. And you, the younger generation, must look back and see what happened. It is the same PUP that are trying to come back. There was once somebody that told me that if ever Johnny wanted to be a prime minister, that the best thing would have been for him to kneel in front of all those people that are running in the PUP and beg them not to run. Find new blood. That would perhaps give him a little edge. But that does not happen. Look at all the people that were embroiled in all the corruption that went on from 1998 to 2008 are still there. Look at Monchi Cervantes to start with. He was the accountant for the Social Security Board when a lot of $1 million was siphoned out together with Nara Garcia.
30 million to court number.
You know, there was an inquiry there, and when they asked him if he could remember, he didn't remember. I don't know, I don't recall, I don't remember. I mean, and it is the same person that is running. Can we trust these people? No. And then Johnny comes and handpicks a set of people from his businesses, Smart Centura and everything, and puts them to run in the town council, shoving it through the throats of Orange Kenyans, which Orange Kenyans have been nice people. They have elected them twice. But I'll tell you what, I think people are waking up, and the younger generation needs to look at it, that after this group is gone, I don't think Johnny will be bringing people from his quarters or his smart internet, speednet, Big H juice or the gas stations to run. He's running out of people because he wants people that he can manipulate. He wants people that he calls the shot every day. And that is what is happening with most of his people at the town council, that they work at smart, but at the same time, they don't have anything to do with the town council. You only see them on election day.
Let's take this call. Sugar City Morning Show, good morning.
Yes, good morning, Primo, good morning,
Morning. Morning. Morning, Nevito.
All right. Johnny es una persona que tiene los mismos councilors, ahora 6 años, los mismos corren. ¿Por qué es que Johnny no pone gente joven, gente con ambición a trabajar, que no están cometidos compañía de él? Todo Orinjak, todo el país de Belice sabe que Johnny es la persona que monopoliza todos sus trabajadores, como estos Town Council. Ellos no trabajan para representar a la gente de Orinjak, ellos trabajan para Centura, ellos trabajan para Johnny, ellos trabajan para Smart. Nosotros no necesitamos, Orinjak no necesita esta gente para otros 3 años más. Orinjak no va a ir nada de desarrollo. Esta gente trabaja para Johnny, no para nosotros. Nosotros los PUP los pusimos a ellos allá. Ya basta, la gente ya no está durmiendo. Johnny debía de saber esto. Debe darle oportunidad a otros nuevos consejeros como hace UDP. Todo el tiempo tiene nuevos candidatos para representar. Johnny no. Johnny es una persona que quiere monopolizar todo el pueblo. Cuando él le pone presión a Kevin, Kevin no puede hacer nada. No es Kevin que sufre, es la gente que está sufriendo. Si Johnny fuera otra persona con más al día, él podría poner buenos candidatos. Todo Orinjak sabe que este marzo, definitivamente, el Feb de la Fuente y los 6 consejeros van a entrar. Porque la gente ya se dio cuenta que esos son la gente que Johnny puede monopolizar. A Kevin, a Shepard, a todos los consejeros que trabajan para él. Y eso ya basta, ya es demasiado. El trabajo que ha hecho Kevin es el hace pie solo donde viven los consejeros. Right? Tú andas allá atrás de Cinderella, las calles están en malas condiciones. Johnny, siendo parte líder, él nunca hizo nada para Orinjak ni el país de Belice en 10 años que él estuvo. Él era hasta prime minister cuando USA se tiene que llevar su personal business afuera del país. Y él nunca hizo nada. Mira, Mr. Gaspar Vega, él no solo hizo para el norte de Orinjak, él hizo para todo el país de Belice. Y la gente está con Gaspar Vega, el UDP, estamos todos nosotros con Felipe de la Fuente. Ya basta esto que va a tener alguien que pueda monopolizar. No, nosotros queremos gente que pueda trabajar. Y eso es Felipe de la Fuente y los 6 consejeros. Pero con eso, le vamos a darle la sorpresa que Johnny, que ahorita tiene un nightmare. Cada rato te lleva Chetumal. ¿Qué rato te lleva Chetomaro? ¿Ah? Tiene una idea que ella sabe que va a perder estas elecciones, y no solo en Orange Walk, en todo el país. De San Pedro va a perder, garantizado va a perder. Porque no puede llevar un Orange Walk que haya representado como alcalde en San Pedro. Los sanpedranos PUP ya lo dijeron. Johnny, ya miramos que tú monopolizas Orange Walk. Aquí en San Pedro no lo vas a venir a hacer jamás. So, pasó un buen día y yo voy a seguir llamando porque quiero que la gente que está con nosotros, todos ya sabemos que Johnny monopoliza esos consejeros con Kevin Reagan. Y Kevin, la gente sabe y la gente Luciana te está esperando el marzo 7, te van a hacer votos porque tú envenenaste a esos perros, los perros que cuidan su yarda de la gente. Tú eres el culpable de eso.
Muy bien, gracias.
Kevin, this is no. The people will reject you March the 7th. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.
Okay, Negrito. Well, one of the things, Emmanuel and Doctor, I want to make mention of what the caller mentioned. In the social media, they have post up where Big H, a business, is raising the price of juice. Now, orange juice is a nutrition for children, for the elderly, and people. Now, it is alleged that Big H Company is owned by Johnny Briseño. No. The caller said that Johnny Briseño is talking about his own business and taking care of a business. Dr. already mentioned that all the candidates, majority, are working for Johnny, so they listen to Johnny. But listen to this. If it is true that Johnny owns Big H, and he is raising the price of orange juice, right now, raising the price on it, the juice that children are using, if he's doing that on his private company, you know how many children and families, PUP, UDP, and everything he's affecting? If he is doing it now to take care of his business, imagine the taxes that he will tell Kevin to raise to pay for the bills that the town council have right now. So people beware. If he is raising the price of Big H, the juice company that he owns, allegedly, all right? If he's raising the price of orange juice, imagine how many children are being affected, how much mothers have to find more money for buy orange juice. Thank God there's coconut juice, coconut milk. But what I'm saying, if he's as the leader, he's the leader of his party, he's supposed to show example and say, well, we got to be careful. No, he raise the price on the picnic right now. Raise the price on the families who pay for more orange juice. Raise the price now because he want more money right now. If he is doing that now as the leader, what kind of leader he will be as prime minister? Which he will never be. And now he is leading Kevin, and they will raise the taxes in Orange Walk to pay all those bills. People, I'm asking you, please open your eyes. Let us have the people of Orange Walk win on March 7th, and we can all win by voting for Philip De La Fuente and the UDP team. It's time for Orange Walk to win. So I ask you, look at the situation. If Johnny can raise taxes on orange juice, that affects mothers, children, fathers, imagine the taxes that they will raise in Orange Walk when they get in. Hey, let's put, how the caller say? Basta ya. Basta ya. It's time to vote for Philip and the UDP team.
Sugar City Morning Show, good morning.
Yes, good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning.
Again.
Morning.
Good morning, Freedom. Yes, this drama about Big H. How did Johnny come to acquire that company? Because you see a Big H shop right in the yard where his dead father used to live. Every day I said that there. But Big H is owned by Richard Harrison, the guy who ran for the by-election after Mahmoud stepped down from the PUP. And Richard Harrison lost the elections. I have a feeling that they sort of pour Richard Harrison and maybe Johnny gets some personal money, and maybe in exchange, the non-payment, he acquired the company. I mean, this is just a feeling that I have. I know Richard Harrison personally because we went to school together in Michigan, and we were very good friends. Right? So, I mean, this raises another question. How Johnny agreed in it. How you will set up when your POPs make you lose, and then you take over it affects, you know?
I understand perfectly. Thank you for calling, we. Thank you for calling.
Yeah, but
thank you, we.
Okay.
But then, Ruben, we need to go back to what Julius Espat said about the people that went to Belize, the PUPs that congregated in Belize City. The tsunami, which they call also a low tide, right? Julius Espat said something that, revered in the minds of all Belizeans. And he mentioned this, that group, that PUP has its stalwarts. PUP has its base. And PUP started to move part of its base. And maybe it's all its base that they took to Belize City. But that nobody should take that for granted and say that will win an election. No, I think Julius' party is more on the ground than Johnny. And all those people are saying, oh, we're showing our muscle. That's nothing. Don't get excited about that, Johnny. That was win election. However, going back to Kevin, the police booth, Kevin, you could monster, somebody put on Facebook that you could monster the Orange Ocanios, that you had to get your campaigners to be there to accompany you. Because no Orange Ocanian wanted to be with you. And so the pictures that they show that you boast about, everybody's a campaigner. They're dressed up in blue and white. So guess what? Did you inaugurate that for the people of Orange Rock? For the safety of the neighbors around? Or did you actually inaugurate that for your campaigners? Big question, Johnny. Big question, Kevin. These things are not done that way. You should have invited at least the school children to be there, younger generation, and people that perhaps have a position in Orange Rock to be there. Because it is not something for the PUP. It is something for the town. And so does the town, so should have been represented there. That's your style.
You get frightened. Let me tell you, you get frightened. On the show here for weeks, Emmanuel and the team have been mentioning that they would be inaugurating the San Luis RC school, a big school. At the school, you saw the villagers come out, the students come out, the teachers come out, the neighbors come out, and they say, well, we have to inaugurate something, so they carry it, but nobody come out, so and like you said, they carrying campaigners there. But what they should have looked is behind the police booth, and one of the responsibilities of the council is to clean, maintain, and keep cemeteries clean. Now, if people who went there and really look behind at the cemetery, I think they should spend a little time in cleaning them. Why do I say that? Because everything I've been mentioning, they have been doing. So your next assignment is to go and clean the cemeteries, Kevin, and the council. Okay, you already put some gravel on the Judge Price Boulevard. You already put up some signs, as we mentioned. So the next thing is for you to go and clean the cemeteries now. I will tell you a little bit more as the days goes by what you should do before the people put in a working team with Philip and the UDP. Because although we love Orange Rock, and why should we keep our ideas to ourselves? I share it with you guys, so we want to see Orange Rock grow. And thank you for listening to us. So the next assignment, please go and clean the cemeteries.
I don't think he's going to do it because
no, he's going to do it because he knows that people are watching, and he knows that anywhere he walks around, the people are telling him, you will lose, Kevin will lose, Philip will win, Kevin will lose, Philip will win, Kevin will lose. People are resonating that now. So when you hear the people talking about it, that Philip will win, I mean, he gets in that mode. But while you're there, we'll assist you to give you assignments.
Well, not only that gets into the mode like that, he is used to taking orders, period. If Johnny tells you do this, do that, he does it. If you tell him, or Philip tells him, do this, do that, he's going to do it. Because that's what he is. He doesn't think. I know, Kevin, you have ideas, but your ideas have crashed many moons ago. In fact, you crashed even your religion. And that is something really not so good. I am wondering your followers, if they're really seeing where you're coming from. But I tell you what, there's a lot of, if you repent, there's a lot of goodness in the Lord's name, and I think you should do that after March 7th.
La pregunta más grande, compañeros, aquí hablando un poco en español, la pregunta más grande es, ¿qué es la decisión que va a tomar la gente, los votantes de la División Central? Esta decisión que ha sido hasta cierto punto abandonada por tantos años tras años tras años, donde las calles requieren de reparación, donde necesitan de sistemas de drenaje, donde se necesita tanta cosa para mejorar el nivel de vida de la gente, pero que sin embargo no sucede. Yo no sé cómo es de que mantiene su gente, el representante, pero me imagino que será a través de donativos. Me imagino que será a través de donativos. Y utilizando, en vez de estar utilizando el dinero que viene del gobierno para él, para crear proyectos en la división central, que incluye San Esteban, a propósito, ¿ok? ¿Cómo es de que no ha todavía él hecho un plan para la construcción o la reparación de la carretera de San Esteban? Él es la persona correcta que debería tratar este asunto. Él es la persona que debe de estar peleando para la reparación y la pavimentación de esa carretera de San Esteban. Sin embargo, eso no lo estamos viendo suceder enteramente. Así que la pregunta, compañeros, es ¿cómo es de que la gente de Central sigue? ¿Cómo va a votar estas elecciones? ¿Será que van a continuar simplemente recibiendo un donativo y para callarles la boca y comprar su silencio? ¿O como si no merecieran calles buenas? ¿Qué pasó con la gente de Central?
Emmanuel, mi sugerencia es esto. En todo el mundo se está viendo en comunidades que las personas están llamando que los elegidos trabajen para el pueblo. La gente de Orange Walk Central particularmente, es tiempo que la gente gane. No me importa si usted es PUP o UDP, pero Johnny gana para su negocio, todo su negocio es su negocio, y ustedes se convierten en empleados, ¿no? Es tiempo, me parece a mí, que ustedes ahora tomen dueño de la división que le pertenece a la gente de Orange Walk Central, y la gente puede retomar este lugar central y Orange Walk por votando para un trabajador de la gente, para la gente como Philip de la Fuente y su equipo UDP. Hermanos y hermanas, Orange Walk es de todos nosotros. We agree to disagree and disagree to agree. Pero si no le tenemos amor a nuestra comunidad, no, ahorita porque es campaña, pues yo no te saludé, tú no me saludaste y buscamos cositas pequeñas para discutir por qué no realizar la meta. La dirección, queremos trabajo en Orange Walk, queremos desarrollo en Orange Walk, queremos que cuiden los niños, queremos que bajen el precio de Orange Juice, ¿no? Queremos que lo bajen. Y también queremos que los servicios que son para la gente, que vengan así, que no suban el costo de cable también, porque el monopolio, cuando hay monopolio, lo que tú pones tienes que pagar. Así que no suban el precio de cable. Eso es lo que debemos de ver como una gente. Y además tenemos que ver para la seguridad de nuestros niños, para la educación para nuestros hijos y para el futuro de nuestros nietos y hijos, ¿no? Así de que cuando vamos a votar el 7 de marzo, tenemos que pensar, ¿por qué vamos a ir a votar? ¿No? Tenemos que votar donde la mayoría de la gente decide, queremos llevar Orange Walk adelante para todos.
Vamos a tomar esta llamada. Sugar City Morning Show, buenos días.
Buenos días.
Buenos días.
Buenos días.
Buenos días.
Quería decir algo sobre la carretera de Progreso a Ferryman, al Ferry Pueblo Viejo, está demasiado feo. ¿No? Y la vez pasada que lo compusieron, solo llegaron una media raspada y estaba ahí lloviendo recio, la calle no quedó buena, ahorita está peor. Nosotros somos UDP, también necesitamos andar en buenas calles, man. We elect the government for work for the people, man. Please check on that.
Okay. ¿Estás hablando de Progreso hasta dónde?
Pueblo Viejo, el ferry de Pueblo Viejo.
Sí, sí. Bueno, sí. Gracias por llamar.
Gracias por llamar.
Gracias.
Vamos a dar una respuesta ahora.
Sí, escucharon el primer ministro en su discurso de los fondos internacionales que vienen. Vienen fondos particularmente para construir puentes, todo por ahí. Y está incluido para poner este desarrollo. Cuando hay en planes del sur, ustedes están incluidos para este plan de trabajo de carretera para todos ustedes allá. Se está haciendo trabajo en el sur. El trabajo que se está haciendo en el sur ese trabajo ahora se va a hacer trabajo en el norte, pues. They have been working in the south, now they're going to work in the north. And the areas of Pueblo Viejo and all the areas, the ferry and all those areas, there will be bridges put along there, and the roads are going to be upgraded. That is already been projected by the government. So we're not waiting till election. That is already there in the pipeline. And thank you for calling.
Pues ahí ya tienes una respuesta, joven. Entre muy poco.
Y gracias por llamar también.
Realizarse ese proyecto.
Sí, y regresando.
Y gracias por la paciencia que tienen, pero nada más recordándoles de que este tipo de cosas no es inmediato. La cosa es que, como ya vimos con otros proyectos, que se tiene que identificar los fondos primero, ¿ok? Y muchas veces esto toma mucho tiempo. Te necesita el proceso del lobbying, pidiendo a ciertos gobiernos o agencias que te ayuden con este tipo de financiamiento. No es como si tuvieras un banco de dinero donde simplemente dices, gírame un cheque de $1 million o de $10 million. No va así enteramente.
But these projects are already been directed to happen by the Prime Minister. So they are on the line for the next list of projects.
Pero lo positivo es que va a suceder y va a suceder muy pronto.
Exactly.
Muy bien. Pues hablando acerca de porque yo no empiezo a entender cómo es que la gente de Central, va a votar, porque lógica me dice que deben de estar votando para un partido rojo. Deben de estar votando para un representante que no los deje abandonados. Deben de estar votando para un concilio que les repare las calles, que les que les haga drenaje, que les recoja la basura, que se preocupe de tantas cosas, pero veo de que esto no está sucediendo hasta cierto punto.
Emmanuel, we're on a campaign mode, both political parties. All we can do is appeal to the people to take a look at what is before us today and where do we want to go tomorrow. At the end of the day, the people will go to vote on March 7th. And whatever decision the majority takes, we have to respect that, and we are going to move along with that. We can only suggest to the people, we can only ask the people to vote wisely and vote for the UDP team so that the UDP Town Council will work along with the UDP central government to bring back more projects so that a development can take place, so that the jobs that you're asking for will be there for those who want the jobs. And we can offer that, we can discuss that, we can dialogue and talk about that, and we will talk more about the development rather than the party. If you want to vote for party and less development, then, well, if that is your wish, then for the next 3 years, you live with that. If you want development and jobs and a better future, then you choose that way, because we can only show you where the difference is in terms of the philosophy and the policies of both political parties. And it is my humble belief that it was a good thing to take everybody to Belize City to see the construction on the highway, to see the paving of the streets, to see a new multi-purpose civic center, to see how around the seaside is beautiful, so that we can open our eyes and say, look, would we want some of this in Orange Walk? How do we do that? We do that by voting for Philip de la Fuente and the UDP team, and we will push them to go to central government to fight for us to bring this development here. That is what the campaign is all about. But at the end of the day, my fellow Orange Walkenians, the decision is in your hand. And at the end of the day, we have to respect your decision, but the people out there are saying Philip will win. So if the people are saying that Philip will win, let us join together then. Let us come together on March 7th and put that X right next to the little red boxes, and we'll vote for the love of Orange Walk, not for the love of party, but let us vote for the love of Orange Walk.
And Ruben, to add to that, it is one of the most beautiful things about our democratic beliefs that every time there's an election, whether it be municipal, village council, or general, everybody accepts the results, and it's this peaceful transition of power between one government to the next. We've never had a problem with that, and Belize, we're so grateful, we're so thankful. We probably are in the campaign mood, like Ruben said, but tomorrow, everybody is a friend. And Belize, you have a culture of greeting everybody, even if you don't know one another, which is one of the most unique and culturally based things we have as a country. So, yes, we are putting our points. We're saying the truth, but the fact remains that you have to make up your mind. And we will respect whatever you do on March 7th and beyond. But after that, yes, we do request, we do campaign, we do know. Statistics are showing us that, yes, Felipe de la Fuente will do it in Orange Walk, and that overall the UDP will be holding its stronghold in the different municipalities throughout the length and breadth of Belize. So, that given, I tell you, Belizeans, I think you've seen the light and you're going to do the best for this country.
Okay, guys.
Let me just plug this in. Somebody text me here. Orange Walk is seeing a caliber of candidates in Philip and the UDP that are willing, offering to work for and on behalf of the people of Orange Walk, and willing to go and work along with central government for all of us to get progress and development. So thank you for that information, and to know that the people out there are also gravitating to the concept that with a UDP town council and a UDP central government, much more development will go there. Our UDP candidates are much more willing, they are desirous, and they are offering themselves willingly to serve and work with the people of Orange Walk.
We'll take that break when it's 20 minutes after 8 o'clock, but we'll be right back with you after these messages. Vamos a tomar esta pausa, estaremos de vuelta con ustedes tan pronto estos anuncios.
Need an escape from your daily schedule? Why not become a tourist in your own country? Discover Western Belize. Transport back in time and be awed by the reminiscences of the Mayan civilization. Be adventurous or spend a day with family and friends enjoying the serenity of the Macau River. Sample a kaya staple or pick up some fresh produce to make your own delicacy. Come visit us in Western Belize. Belize, where you can discover how to be a Belizean traveler.
Girls, be quiet. Just give me a minute.
Hey, Miss Michelle. Kids giving you trouble again?
Yes, they're making me crazy. Plus, the internet isn't working.
I know what you mean. We had internet issues too. Then we signed up for DigiNet. Best decision ever.
DigiNet?
Yep. It's VTL's new fiber optic internet for your home that they are rolling out countrywide. Now, it's just awesome internet all the time. Plus, my parents have the ultimate bundle, which comes with a free mobile postpaid plan and a free unlimited home phone.
Did you say free?
Yes, I did. And for a businessman like you, you can bundle and get 6 gigabytes free mobile data every month. My dad loves it because it saves him a lot of money.
Save?
Yep. Plan starts at $69, so you can stop stealing Miss Michelle's Wi-Fi now.
Not true, miss. Not true, miss.
But hey, what do I know? I'm just a kid. Head over to VTL and see for yourself.
Lucky for you, that's what I like. That's what I like. Lucky for you, that's what I like. That's what I like. Buster. They see you and know you're living. Always a star. Yes, you live in color to the limit. Large and in charge. Yes, that's why you rock with Buster. Fresh in range, a colorful flavors. Always a star, never the audience. You run things ever run yours. Yes, you are the life of it, not just a part of it. Your life is never black and white. Live in full color. Buster.
The Philip Goldson Highway between Belize City and the Philip Goldson International Airport is getting a major facelift to the tune of $31.5 million. Section A of the highway upgrading project between Hollover Bridge and PGIA is nearing completion at an investment of $13.6 million. Works include construction of retaining walls to prevent erosion, widening of the road cross section to include paved road shoulders, pavement restoration and resurfacing. The project also includes installation of LED road lighting and safety features such as signs, reflectors, road marking, and improved visibility through the clearing of the road reserve. The government of Belize, moving Belize forward.
Hey, Jenna, remind me to buy credit when we leave here.
Again? Jeez.
I need to buy data.
You really should just sign up for the data basic plans from Digicel. It's perfect for data lovers like you.
What's that? Because I don't want to change my number.
Keep your number. All you're doing is just paying once a month for data allowance. That way you get way more data than buying day to day, and you pay less than what you're always spending on clothes. Just select a plan that suits your budget. They're as low as $24.99.
Are you serious?
Yes, there are even larger plans that families can share the data.
I like the sound of that. You can look now.
Digicel prepaid customers, come into any Digicel office and ask about a data basic plan that is right for you. The bigger, better network. Digicel.
Motor 5.0. 4 válvulas por cilindro. Todos quisiéramos una. Como que no agarra, ¿no? Siento como que se le pega el balancín. Vamos a darte el aceite que te mereces. Vas a correr como rayo, preciosa.
Los que oímos más allá de las revoluciones, hablamos máquina. Rostras, poniendo el mundo a funcionar.
Agente autorizado German Vega y Sons. Teléfono 322-3625. Roche France.
Change is coming! For the love of Orange Town, on March 7, we coming early morning to vote for Google leadership. Philip De La Fuente and his 6 winning councillors. Vote UDP 7!
The Great United Democratic Party calls all its supporters and friends in Orange Walk Town to be a part of history as we march to victory. On Wednesday, 21st February, let's all congregate at the Orange Walk East UDP Political Office on Liberty Avenue at 1 p.m. and paint this town red as we accompany our candidates to the Treasury Building to be nominated to represent us in our town council. Put on your red shirts, bring your red flags, and join the UDP family on Wednesday, February 21st at 1 p.m. in front of the UDP office on Liberty Avenue. Forward onto victory.
We're gonna win, we're gonna win, we're gonna win with UDP 7. We're gonna win.
The sunny days are here, and whether it's for a picnic or in your kitchen, you need the meat. Gillette's Meat Shop proudly offers a variety of juicy cuts such as processed meats, ham, bacon, salami, longaniza, and sugar cure ham, just to mention a few. Enjoy our meats in beef, pork, and mutton. So for that healthy cut your family enjoys, visit us at number 18 San Antonio Road in Orange Walk from Monday to Friday, 7 a.m. to 12 p.m. and 1:30 p.m. to 6 p.m. Saturdays, 7 a.m. to 12:30 and 3 to 5 p.m. Sundays, 8 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. Place your orders at 322-3486 or 322-2175 or even 610-4061. Send us an email at DerekGillett31@gmail.com. Gillett's Meat Shop, fresh and processed meats.
Ay, qué rico.
Welcome back to the Sugar City Morning Show. Bienvenidos de vuelta, compañeros. Hoy tengo el gran gusto ahora de darle la bienvenida a Mr. Robert Checky Osha, mi buen amigo. Checky, good morning.
Good morning, my brother.
Welcome to the show. ¿Cómo estás?
I'm
How are you doing?
I'm okay.
Okay, I'm
Thank
glad.
you. Good to be here with you again.
I'd like to say a big thank you to Mr. Ruben Campos and also to Dr. Homero Novello for being here earlier with us and inviting us to be a part of the nomination day parade and the whole shebang tomorrow afternoon, beginning at 1 o'clock in front of the UDP office on Liberty Avenue, and then on to the administration building at about maybe 1:30 or so for nominations at 2 o'clock, okay? And we're cordially inviting you to be a part of that tomorrow. Compañeros, invitándoles para ser parte de lo que es el desfile de nominaciones y en las nominaciones. Mañana por la tarde a la 1 empezando a la 1 enfrente de la oficina de UDP en Liberty Avenue, continuando hasta la corte de magistrativa aquí en Orange Walk, o la oficina administrativa, perdón, donde se harán las nominaciones oficiales, donde ya luego entonces se puede decir que en realidad sí, las personas que están corriendo ya están puestas su nombre en la balota para las siguientes elecciones municipales. Time, they go so quickly, enough funny. It is the 20th of February today. In 8 days we finish February, and then 6 more days. On the 7th day, then we have elections.
So 8 and 6 are 14?
14, approximately 15 to be exact, before the date.
Yeah, and then you see, like, nothing like the nomination day, the Palacia, when they talk about it, I would say 7 months left, I would say 6 months, and right there, so we're less than a month right now. Tomorrow, when this nomination day happen, we are see the strength of the party, because usually this is when the supporters can come out and show their strength. That's why people are invited to come out and show your support for the party, you know. And even the like said at them, hey, but they're bringing people from village, but they are still supporters. They are still supporters. They come out for sure. If the party bring out anybody from village or anybody from village decide to come and they want to come, that's their prerogative. You can't stop them from joining, but they are simply showing their support for the party. Not necessarily because they can't vote, so that means they can't come out and show their support, right? And that happens at times, and usually, well, the nomination goes up until 4 o'clock in the evening, no? At 4, that is closed, so who not get nominated by then they're not supposed to in the race again, no?
No, they're not in the race. Who's that hasn't by 4 o'clock is no longer the race. You know what I mean?
Yes. And then, well, after that, then I think we are really start to feel the spirit of the election a lot, because I personally know they feel it so strong right now, like when I feel election they come, I feel this thing they happen, right? But maybe after tomorrow, when we see the energetic crowd come out and the support, then maybe we feel it more, no? But people are ready, man. People are ready.
They are. Oh, yes, they are. And ready for a change when it comes to the administration of the Orange Walk town. I will be very honest with you, and the reason I will be voting for the United Democratic Party is because, one, I believe that Orange Walk deserves to get more development, and Orange Walk deserves to get all the best for its citizens. In other words, we see when we go to other districts and municipalities, we see how those work in tandem with those municipalities, work in tandem with the central government, and the central government gives them. However, we don't see that happening here in Orange Walk.
Yeah, you know,
now, will it be that we will just, because of our pride, very simply say, well, me not need it? Of course we need it. Of course we need it. And it all very simply takes is for us to understand that a municipality that is working in tandem with the central government is one that is going to be giving benefit to the people of the municipality. In other words, we can have access to more funding. We have to do more roads, to do more drains, to do more infrastructural projects, to create more jobs. So everything is positive when you have that.
And we all know when it comes...
Unfortunately, we haven't had that here in Orange Walk. And this is an opportunity to be able to change that, for us to understand and say, tell you what, make us give this crowd one chance and see how central government is going to treat us.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then this is.
And I'm sure that we will be making the right decision.
Yeah. And then when you vote one time, that don't mean 3 years time you can vote again. You can vote again. So if you make up your mind to give somebody one break and you figure, oh, they said this may happen and not happen 3 years time, you can exercise the constitutional right. But you know what happened, Pa? All of this election when it happened, I saw people need for be independent on their own and realize, you know what? They're not the politicians that can make this change, or not the politicians that can vote for who they want to vote for. To put in, you know, that you as an individual, that you can make that change and put the people together because you want to vote. They're not the politicians that vote. For them vote, worth as much as yours. Because if they want minister, if they want mayor, if they want councillor, whatever they are, they only can vote one time just like you. But they amongst add up. So it's not left to the leaders who they run or who not they run, who in the committees and things like that. It's left to the people because the people are the voters and the people are the majority. The people out there that got a voice for decide what they want to do, right?
Yes, let's take the call. Sugar City Morning Show, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Chicky.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah, it's Chicky, but we're going to go stop the people at the highway that Cairo. Because I don't want to love Cairo. I don't want to go find what with Cairo. They love it. That's pretty, and they should go and stop the market.
Oh, the market that's
market's cry. What? The people are surprised. That's the market. That's the market. Pretty much lovely. And the old hospitality converted to a new pretty building, lovely. All of that should have. But Cairo, when I get in, we repeat. That definitely, but I don't know what happened.
That is an invitation for the people in Orange Walk then to do the change, so that we in turn can get all of these projects.
Yeah, but let me tell you something. Psychology is number one on the agenda. You have to show the people advancement. That's how you will show the people.
Yes, sir.
That's the beauty. That's the psychology people, because John, the minister, prime minister, and he's not fixed on a stable and road. Look on a stable and deteriorated. But that's essential. So that when I never fix them, I believe John may be prime minister. Not the belief. Only I could be prime minister, nowhere else. Okay then.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Yeah. So you put John just on one local run that only the Orange Walk. He could do it, but when he go to the city, he had. But when he said about San Ignacio, it is right in a public.
He said that, what I mentioned a while ago, that when you go to San Ignacio, Santa Elena San Ignacio,
yes,
and you see the amount of infrastructural development that has taken place there, and you see the beautiful avenues and not only San Ignacio, but Belmopan and Belize City.
PG, the one brand new multi-purpose complex.
Yes, and Dangriga and so forth. So it's only us here in Orange Walk that have been left behind, for God's sakes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But very simply, and some people will say, es porque nos están nos están, sí, they're punishing us. Okay?
Yeah.
Pero no es, yo me atrevo a decir, de que si es que los mismos líderes de la comunidad tuvieron la audacia de decir, yo no necesito a Dean Barrow, yo no necesito tu dinero, y tal, y tal, y tal, entonces, ¿qué esperas que el gobierno te haga? ¿Que te esté corriendo de ti, a ti ofreciéndote dinero? Pues tú no lo harías en el primer lugar. Vamos a hablar la plena neta verdad. Así que es siempre mejor trabajar en conjunto con el gobierno central. It's always better to work in conjunction with the central government. But here in Orange Walk, we haven't had that opportunity, that privilege. And especially since the era when a lot, well, if you notice that when Ravay was in office and when the previous mayors were in office, the financing from the town council was not as high as it is now, because obviously traffic revenues has been included into the municipal coffers. In other words,
that's a big income.
The amount of, and even though it was included, I think for the first part, during one of the UDP terms in office, it wasn't as much as it is now, because obviously Orange Walk has grown and we have had more vehicles and more drivers and more, so the amount of revenue has increased.
You know, right now,
to almost $1.8 million or so. So when it comes to comparing, you know?
Yeah, they have some of the vehicle dealers where bring vehicles and stuff on the States. Sometimes they last 1 month and they don't sell 5-6 vehicles, but people they buy a lot of bicycles like us, you know. People they buy vehicles, and more vehicles in the town is more revenue.
It's exactly so, more revenue.
Yeah. So the town will grow, like what I said, the town will grow.
The town is growing, yes, but can you imagine how much more it could have developed? How much more we could be, you know, could have been enjoying more jobs? Because when it comes to infrastructure, well, somebody has to build the damn thing in the first place. You know what I mean?
True.
If you're talking about a building or a bridge or something, it means employment, ladies and gentlemen. It means that when the hala we no got no job, people will have jobs to do.
Yeah, infrastructure.
People will have jobs. So make we stop complaining and do something positive. If we were to vote for a United Democratic Party town council here in Orange Walk, it would be a great signal sending to the central government. You know how much they can help, and they will be able to invest in this area. It can be the whole difference between you having a job and not having a job. In other words, if they decide to build a state-of-the-art bus terminal, that means that it's going to be so much being purchased from the hardware stores, so many people having jobs. You know what I mean? Besides the fact that it's going to be a positive thing for the people of Orange Walk. If they decide to invest so much money in infrastructure on other projects, because you know, I mean, you have the road open then. So you go like, but Mr. Man, I want to give me for this, and I want to give me for that. And the odds is you will be getting it. So let us think positively. Let us think correctly and vote in a town council that is going to help develop this town.
Yeah, and
working in tandem with the central government.
And that left in the hands, the conscience and the decision of the people in Emmanuel. Everybody, each individual.
Yes, and that's who we are appealing to.
Yeah, you see, like the issue with the we'll talk about infrastructure and things like the issue with the city center at Belize City, right? The Ministry of Sports and the government have decided, right, on that building that's there in Belize City, that they will contract it out to a private institution. Because what happened is, Emmanuel, when there are things stay in a government hands, they usually sometimes they go bad. Because they say, oh, Mr. Man, want to use it? No, but you can't use it. The watchman can't. Nobody can't. So you call one minister, yes, man, make you use it. And when you look, they never do this, they never do that. So people, they wonder why the city center can't get open. Although they made it talk about too much money spent on it. And so now the ministry have decided, okay, they take some bidding. So bid to see who will come up with the best plan for run the city center. I don't know if there's a cost, if they will be renting it or what, or they will be paying the persons to run it. But I understand by the end of this month, they're supposed to complete that process. And by the end of this month, it will be announced the company that will be running the city center. And by sometime, by the middle of April, it should be officially opened.
Again, a big project that happened in Belize City was that particular civic center.
Yes.
And how many people did not benefit with jobs?
All the vendors that are around there.
Center. How many people, why you think UDP is going to win in Belize City? Why you think the UDP is going to win in Belmopan? Why you think the UDP is going to win and clearly and easily in San Ignacio, Santa Elena,
Benque
Viejo del Carmen, in San Pedro, and all of these places? Why you think that the UDP is going to win? Because the people have jobs. Because the people are seeing the infrastructural development that is happening place. Because the people are benefiting, and we can benefit too if we do take the opportunity and vote in a red town council, a UDP town council. But the present leaders of the People's United Party have said, we don't need you, Mr. Man. We don't need you. And then they say, oh, we have gotten so much done without the help of the central government. Well, but get at your granny. Because at the end of the day, believe me, I can show you where they have received over the past 6 years. They have received close to $2.5 million from central government. Yes. And a lot of people must be shocked and sitting and standing up and maybe wanting to sit because they cannot believe that almost $2.5 million has been given in terms of subvention to the Orange Walk Town Council.
And all councils receive that money, red or blue or white or
yes,
green.
but we're not disputing those other councils. We're talking about the one here in Orange Walk, where the leaders have blatantly and openly said that they receive no money from the central government. That, ladies and gentlemen, is a big, fat lie. But again, the point, how much more could we have gotten, ladies and gentlemen? How much more could we have gotten if we had been a UDP town council? That's why this election is so important, because it presents to us the unique opportunity of being able to go, aha, well, tell you what, I want more infrastructure in my town. I want more development. I want more jobs. I want this to happen. I want more streets paved. I want this. I want more parks. But if you only work in conjunction with central government, it nothing happen, Papa. Plain and straight, it nothing happen. How much more could we have gotten, ladies and gentlemen, if we had a UDP town council? So I'm inviting you for this municipal elections. I'm inviting you to vote for the United Democratic Party, to vote for Philip de la Fuente and the team of UDP councillors.
Así que estamos hablando mañana. Ya sabemos que mañana va a ser el día de nominación. Y el partido UDP está invitando a la gente para un gran desfile, ¿no, Emanuel?
Un desfile, sí.
Un desfile a la
donde
1 de la
se
tarde.
le pide a la gente que muestre su apoyo al partido.
Yeah. Está invitando a la gente para el gran desfile a la 1 de la tarde. Ese va a ser en la oficina del este, ¿no, Emanuel? Del UDP office en Liberty Avenue.
Vamos a tomar esta llamada. Sugar City Morning Show, buenos días.
Buenos días, hermano. Buenos días, Chiqui.
Good morning, my brother.
Ajá, buenos días, ¿qué tal?
Okay, the reject people, you know that with Kevin Bernard, this town will never go forward. He has proven it by 6 years. He'll be representing the reject people, but not the reject people. Of course, he'll be representing Gianni Breseño and family. Gianni lo dio de su boca. De familia viene primero. Y yo no me preocupo de la gente. Así yo en el interview. Yo, para ganar estas elecciones, yo tengo que invertir casi $2 millones. Y yo lo gano, porque lo gano. Pero salió de su boca de Gianni, de su boca de él cuando hizo un interview por mensajero. Right? Y él está acostumbrado a monopolizar a la gente que él tiene como concilio allá, a Kevin, a la maestra, a Madbull, a Joshua. Todos ellos, la gente sabe que ellos trabajan para Smart o Sector o para cualquier empresa que tiene Gianni. Y la gente ya está fastidiado, ya la gente ya dijo, marzo le van a dar el voto de confianza a Felipe, porque Felipe ha corrido y como alcalde y ha mostrado y ha desarrollado ese pueblo. Y con Felipe es una persona de acción, él no hace muchas habladas. Cuando tú quieres hablar a Felipe con los brazos abiertos está para recibirte. Cuando tú quieres saber a Kevin Bernard, él si no está en Mahahual, no está en su oficina, quién sabe dónde se encuentra. Pero esa es la clase de diferencia de alcalde que tenemos. Para mí, Felipe, le conviene más a la gente de Ridgeback que lo apoyen, porque él va a trabajar con el central government. Él no es como Kevin Bernard que dice, I don't need you, Pablo, I don't need you, UDP.
Bueno, se nos cortó esa llamada, pero estamos de acuerdo con el contenido de la llamada de la persona que llamó y dijo claramente que las personas que están actualmente en lugar en el concilio, en realidad no, algunos de ellos no trabajan aquí. Así que, ¿cómo van a estar ellos representando las necesidades de la gente? ¿Puede alguien que no trabaja y no vive, no digo no vive, pero que no trabaja, no pasa suficiente tiempo? Eso es, no pasa suficiente tiempo aquí en el pueblo. ¿Puede estar al tanto de todas las necesidades del pueblo? Pues yo me atrevo a decir de que no puede estar. Y necesitamos nosotros votar por alguien que vive lo que nosotros vivimos, siente lo que nosotros sentimos, ¿ok? Y que sea parte de nosotros. Cuando al final del día votas por alguien es porque le estás dando la confianza de que esa persona va a abogar por ti. Pero si la persona ni siquiera vive aquí en Orange Rock o trabaja aquí en Orange Rock, entonces, ¿Qué logras conseguir con eso al final del día? Otro punto es de que date cuenta que la gran mayoría de los candidatos del PUP, todos trabajan para Briceño. Esa es la plena neta verdad. Todos trabajan para Briceño. Entonces, ¿cómo nos están tratando? Como si Briceño como si el concilio fuera simplemente un brazo de la familia Briceño. No debe ser así. Sugar City Morning Show, buenos días.
Sí, bueno, que toqué un botón y se me fue la llamada. Y pero, como digo, ¿no? La gente de Richard ya miró, ya lo experimentó, que Kevin no está sirviendo a la gente de Richard. He not deserve that at a third term. 10 years, Johnny was in power with the PUP government. Johnny doesn't care about no Belicia. He said it from his mouth. My family comes first. Right? Anytime I want to win an election, I take up money out of my pocket, $1 million, $2 million, and I buy out the people. He said it from his mouth. So, Belicia, the Richard I know when Johnny come and offer, if you give him, take it. Right? But vote them out because he's not good. ¿Quién sabe que cuando Philip gane el poder, si Johnny ya pagó para 3-4 años su trade license, su business license, y toda clase de license a tomar? ¿Quién sabe si hasta allá ya llegó eso? Right? Pero eso lo vamos a saber cuando entre Philip.
Exacto, lo vamos a saber cuando gane Philip y que va a ganar, va a ganar.
Va a ganar. Y yo Rick Moguel vino y está molesto conmigo, porque yo le digo la verdad, él no puede venir a monopolizar a mí. Yo estaba sentadito allá, vino a mí, güey, oigo que hablas en la radio, ese el otro, y te quiero hacer $5,000 que me va a ganar. Le digo, de una vez, yo no tengo muchas habladas, Rick, right? Tú quieres traer $5,000, traigo. Porque esto es va a ser que Felipe va a ser alcalde de acá. Porque la gente lo sabe, que Felipe trabaja, él no trabaja para Johnny Briceño, que Johnny vaya a monopolizar. Eso es la cosa que la gente de Richard que abrió sus ojos. Que cuando Johnny estaba allá 10 años, Johnny nunca hizo nada para el país de Belice. Nunca lo hizo. Okay. Y la gente ya abrió sus ojos. La gente, hermano, yo quiero que mañana cuando salgamos unidos para esta nominación, yo quiero que salgamos con banderas de Belice también, porque estamos representando el país de Belice, no solo banderas de UDP, queremos mirar banderas de Belice, porque a Belice estamos representando cuando ganamos una elección.
Okay, muy bien, Paz. Muy bien, Paz.
Sí, ahora vamos a some Belizean flags para nomination there when we go tomorrow, march together as one. PUP, UDP, I ask you, let us unite together as one. Let's move forward to victory. Let's keep progress alive, development. Because just with this UDP government, we can move this country, this town forward. Not under the Briceño regime. Because the Briceño, they're the people that they want to have us like slaves. You only to work for them, right? And that's enough is enough. Thank you very much.
Muchas gracias. Ok, compañeros, pues un reflejo mi pensamiento ahí y muchas gracias a la persona que llamó.
Sound like people to get ready, pa?
Oh, and they are ready. Yes, they are ready. I do believe that a lot of people for this election aren't talking aloud about how they are going to vote. At least it's not out on the streets. Okay?
You see, they don't see the barely got people got flags by the house, pa?
Exactly.
That's the voice of the silent majority right there.
That is the voice, the unspoken voice. Yeah. Okay? But a voice that will be heard clearly come 7th of March.
Yeah.
Okay? Come the 7th of March.
Are there people on vote?
and the people will vote. But you no vote, that's right, because you did that trial farm.
Yeah, I did a village.
You did a village?
I did a village.
You did a village, okay.
But do you assume a big turnout, high percentage of turnout for this election here in Orange Walk?
Well, Orange Walk has kept its figures, its turnout very high ever since. I don't think that it's going to be any different this year. I think that at the end of the day, we will have close to 80, if not more.
So high we go?
Yes. Oh, we go quite high, actually. Close to 80, if not more. But it will depend on a number of things, weather being one of the more important.
Right.
Okay?
Yeah.
But I do believe that here in Orange Walk, we will keep our turnout quite high.
Okay.
Okay?
Well, it's 2 minutes away from 9, brother.
It is 1 minute away from 9. I'd like to take
you
time
heard
out.
of me?
I'd like to
don't jump the wall.
Okay, I'd like to take time out to thank the production team and you, Techie.
Yeah,
being here. And also, very important, I'd like to take time out to thank the audience, either the listening audience or the viewing audience, for their confidence, and also I'd like to thank the sponsors of the show and all those people who have had something or anything to do with the success. Ladies and gentlemen, this show airs, repeats tonight again at 9 o'clock, but nonetheless we will be back with you tomorrow morning at 7 o'clock. Faithfully, we will be back with you. So until then, my name is Emmanuel.
I'm Robert Chucky Usher. Remember, the show runs all day live on YouTube as well. You can check it out on YouTube, and it repeats tonight at 9 o'clock on the same station. Please don't call me at night because of the sleep. Please don't call me and ask me, say, Emmanuel, está bien, porque está... Esa hora no te puede decir porque yo estoy durmiendo y él está durmiendo. If you anything, you ask Carla, man, and ask if we're okay. You know what I mean, ba?
Hasta luego, compañeros, se cuidan, porque recuerden, obviamente, ese comentario lo hizo simplemente porque gente piensa de que estamos en vivo por la noche. En realidad es una repetición de este mismo show que pasa por la mañana. Así que, compañeros, cuídense mucho. Les deseo todo lo mejor para el día de hoy y para siempre. Y nos estaremos viendo, Dios mediante, mañana a la misma hora. Cuídense mucho.
Ya, hasta mañana till we meet again.
Sugar City Morning Show.